What's going on YouTube? Josh here checking in, back with another video for you guys. And we're lifting weights because it seems like nobody else watches the other videos. So I was going through my old videos and seeing sort of, if I could see any patterns with the view count. And it seems that, of the sort of more general videos that I've done, the lifting videos get a lot more views. And for some reason, the videos where I'm deadlifting get the most views. So I don't know if that's just me or if people like watching deadlifts. So if there are any other fitness YouTubers watching this, please let me know in the comments. What do you guys find are your more popular videos? I don't know. I don't know if that's an anomaly or if that's just me. So you might also notice that I am using a different camera than I normally do. You're getting some sort of close-up, nice and intimate shots, and that's because I am actually using an action cam that's on a little flexible tripod right on in the squat rack that I'm using right here. And that's because I'm training at a more commercial gym than I normally train at. Normally I train at a CrossFit gym that, it's not a big deal if I bring my tripod and DSLR, get the whole setup going. But here, more commercial gym, so I wasn't really feeling like bringing the whole setup here. And actually, if you guys have been watching the channel from the very beginning, you may actually recognize this gym because, there's probably only a small handful of you, but this is where the channel started, at this gym during the first year of medical school, over 3 years ago. So that's pretty impressive if you guys actually recognize this place. So just training here to, use some different equipment, use things that I'm not used to consistently using, such as dumbbells, as you see here, and doing crazy things like training arms, which you probably never saw me do on this channel, and hint hint, you might see a little bit later on in this video. So, this camera all in all that I'm using is actually not half bad. It looks not the best quality in this particular frame, and that's just because the white balance was not set on the camera. I just kind of had to go in, get the work in quickly before the gym was closing. So I'm, just not messing around with like settings and stuff like that. So I apologize that maybe the quality might seem a little bit poor compared to what you're used to. But I actually assure you that this camera, all in all, the video quality for the price is pretty good, It's no GoPro. It's one of the GoPro knockoffs. I got it on Amazon for like 50, 60 bucks. I'll post a link in the description box if you guys are interested in checking it out. Honestly, pretty solid camera overall. The only real issues are, I would say the video quality is probably 80 to 90% of what you'll get out of a GoPro. The biggest issue is the audio is just not what you're going to get out of a GoPro, but honestly, for this sort of stuff, you're not going to be needing, lots of audio anyway, so I don't really think that's a huge drawback. So you guys, if you've actually been paying attention to the lifting footage, which, you guys like apparently, you'll notice that I've been doing a lot higher reps than you'd probably normally see. And that's just because I'm training primarily with the goal of hypertrophy. So if you guys didn't know that already, I had a video a little over a month ago entitled Real Talk Lifter Identity Crisis. So I'll put a link in that here. And, you guys can check that out and, kind of get a better feel for what's going on with the training. I don't want to repeat myself if you guys have already seen that video. So, a little bit about this training here. I'm doing some, single arm dumbbell rows, doing a little bit lighter weight than I usually do. Usually I'll do somewhere, closer to 100 pounds, end up using straps, things like that. I realized that my grip strength seemed to have decreased quite a bit, and so I'm doing these for higher reps, with no straps, and really just trying to focus on form, hit those lats, and working on the lats will be something that I'll be working on bringing up. I believe that's sort of used to be a strong suit of mine, and just seems that they've sort of gone down a little bit, maybe lost a little muscle there just with the inconsistencies in training over the past several months, so I'm trying to bring those back up. And we're doing arms here. So you've never seen me do arms on this channel because, quite frankly, I don't think I've done arms in probably like maybe a year and a half ago. I did like a single arm workout just for shits and giggles. But aside from that, the arm work that I get is sort of secondary to the pushing and the pulling. Pulling movements, I'd get some biceps. It's a secondary benefit of that, and pushing movements, any bench pressing, overhead pressing, things like that, Obviously, you need the triceps in there as well, so I'd sort of get them in that way. And, you know, all in all, honestly, it kind of felt a little bit weird to get back, you know, doing these more bro lifts, bodybuilding lifts, whatever you want to call it, work on those beach muscles. But, you know, I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. It's different, you know, you don't feel quite as tanked, you know, as you do with more of the bigger compound lifts. You know, you do a set of 10, you know, heavy squats, and you're, I don't know about you guys, but me, I'm in terrible cardio shape right now, so I'm tanked. You know, I do a set of 10 of bicep curls, I rest 90 seconds, and I'm ready to go for the next set. So I actually kind of enjoyed the little bit faster pace that goes along with that, you know, and just enjoying the ride. More on that in that other video that I mentioned earlier. So, you know, just working on some preacher curls, and I ended up, this was only with 80 here, I think I ended up going up to 90, which I was pretty satisfied with, considering that I never do arms, ever. You know, you might have also noticed that I'm making some pretty awesome faces in these videos, and that's courtesy to this wide-angle GoPro-like camera here. So, you know, moving on, doing some skull crushers, and again, I was pretty satisfied with how this came out. You know, I guess all of that other work that I've been putting in for the pushing and the pulling has definitely had its effect, not just for hypertrophy, but also for strength purposes. I believe the last time I did this movement, I don't know, years ago, pretty sure I was working with like 70 pounds or something. But this time I was actually able to work up to 100 pounds, which I was honestly pretty happy with, considering the last time I did this movement years ago, I was probably working with closer to 60 or 70 pounds. So back at commercial gyms, you know, all in all, training here, you know, more of a commercial gym, this place is actually not all that bad. One day this week, I actually basically got off late, wasn't able to get to this gym before it closed, and had to make my way over to the undergraduate campus. I drove like an extra 20 minutes to get there, and honestly walked in, went to the bathroom, came out, and just like the entire free weight area of the gym was so crowded. Honestly, I think it was a freaking fire hazard, that I ended up just leaving. I just wasn't gonna, you know, wait for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes for somebody to free up the dumbbells that I need, or, you know, the easy curl bar or whatever, that I was just like, this is a complete waste of my time. And so it ended up throwing off my training by a day, because I literally missed an entire day of training. I went all the way to that gym, and it was just so crowded I left. So I don't know, if you guys have found something like that too, where you've gotten to the gym and it's just so dang crowded that you just had to leave, you know, let me know in the comment section. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.